Oh, let me out! Fuck! Let me out! Oh. Hi YouTubers, welcome to another session of Absolute Garbage's cleanup. And today we're in Splendid Spennymoor. Yeah. Have a look at this. No, we're not in London, it's Spennymoor. Could have started off like that actually. But anyway, it's nice to have you along. Now this is a very nice park in the middle of Spennymoor. Surrounded by trees, play areas. Looks like mini golf here. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Is that palm trees? Palm trees in England? Wow. They do look pretty outstanding, huh? There you got the garden here. And just over to my right, netball, basketball. I'll just give you a quick look around here to give you an idea what it's all about. More mini golf. I'll just sort this out for a minute. Okay. Now, a lot of the beds here, flower beds, are empty. This is one of the few that's actually populated, so to speak. All the rest are being prepared for summer, I think. Or maybe they're going to give it a rest for the year and let the soil recover, I don't know. Not expecting to find a lot in here. I thought I'd just open up here because it's so beautiful. It's just a really nice place to be. So, how you all doing? Hope everybody's fine. I know I say that every single video, but I really mean it. Yeah, sort of make my way over to the skateboard area. Scooters, skateboards, bicycles, you name it. Looks quite popular actually. Kids are all having fun over there. Yeah, not finding any litter so far. So kudos to the local council, which of course is Durham. And yeah, kudos to them for doing such a wonderful job here. Oh, fabulous, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, peace in sight. Wait till you get outside. We've got the bandstand over there, and that's a fabulous feature in the English lifestyle. Go down to your local park, watch the Salvation Army at play, the brass bands usually. They're usually made up of about 20-25 people, maybe less sometimes. And as you can see here, this would be a flower bed. Sort of protect them from the onlookers and everybody else. Oh, there's a piece there. How could I miss that? Eh? See? Hey, there you go. Look at this. I'm going to pull the camera up here. Isn't that gorgeous? Another shot of the bowling green here from a different angle. If that isn't part of English traditional lifestyle, I don't know what is. It's gorgeous in the summer. I mean, the spring is nice too, but summer really brings out all these sort of activities. The flowers, of course. Right, no more rattling on about that. Let's go and look for some litter, shall we? Yeah, look at that sky. You know, when I left this morning from Bishop Auckland, it was bright and sunny, blue skies. By the time I got here, which is only about half an hour away, maybe 45 minutes at the most, this is what it's turned into. Typical British weather. Still, I should be glad that, or should be grateful, should I say, that it's not raining. Now, this is the name of the park here. How silly. Victoria Jubilee Park, of course. Commemoration of Queen Victoria. So, I'm going to start making my way through now. So, wave goodbye, bye. Morning. Hello. Yeah. But what do you call somebody from Spennymoor? Spennymooring? Yeah, this is a symptom of British culture and life at the moment, I'm afraid. Oh, here we are, getting closer to downtown. A little bit of garbage here and there. And of course, the usual bush. I love it when they use a bush as a dumping ground. And my favourite knot, as they used to say back in the 90s. Knot. People used to go around and saying, I love that so much. Knot. Red Bull. Yep, in the bag it goes. Whoa, that's been there for a while, hasn't it? Look at that. Yeah, you always have to do a sort of a checklist before you leave anywhere. And today I forgot my specs. But luckily I have a backup pair in this, oh my god, Aldi, I've just forgotten. I don't hate Aldi, but my last video almost killed me when I was trying to clean that one in Crook. And I never got it to my satisfaction, but you know, sometimes you just got to know when to stop. A man's got to know his limits. Okay, we're back. And speaking of viewers, I'd like to give a few name checks, you know, because they are very deserved. And I have some very loyal followers who literally watch almost every video I do. I know a lot of you do, and a lot of you don't sort of make any comments, but I can only tell who you are by your comment name, you know, your channel name or whatever. Not channel name, but you know, your sign-in name. So if you don't sort of make a comment, I don't know who you are. But if I don't, am I making any sense here? I think I am. There's an untold major population of people who watch my channel and don't say a thing. Thousands of them, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's move forward on that. Got to give some name checks here. First of all, Candy Trash. Now I'm only going to put up the banner that they have on their YouTube site if they do litter picking as a channel, right? Yeah, Candy Trash. Now she's got a great channel and she's out there picking up in all kinds of weather. I think the other day she took a dog Pippa with her. I immensely enjoy her channel. Oh yeah, oh wait a minute. Yeah, he's got to make that noise. Take the muffler off, you boy. Take the muffler off and make it as loud as possible. Yeah, I'm sort of looking at things to the side here because I've literally got a list in my hand. Kid Materi, I think I mentioned him earlier. Warwick people. Molly Nakamori, the lady who noticed the hammer at my feet on a couple of videos ago. Oh, last video actually. We'll come back to this list a little bit later because it's quite extensive and I don't want to sort of reel off name after name after name. I'll be here all day. So let's continue, shall we? Onwards and upwards. So let's wave goodbye to this. Bye bye. Oh, what is really a garden? Anyway, I've cleaned up a bit of it, but I haven't really gone for the finicky things, you know, the minutiae. It's just too much. Cigarette butts and pieces of shards of glass. I just want to peruse and cruise, as they say. After all, this is an eco-cleaning video. Eco-cleaning video with no eco-cleaning. Or litter picking to the majority of us. But eco-cleaning doesn't just mean it's litter picking. There's all sorts of things that come under eco-cleaning. I won't go into them now, but litter picking is just a small part of it. But it's the part that we like to display on this channel. Here we go. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, wow. Come on, let's get back, shall we? Yeah, the untold majority, those people that don't say anything. There's quite a few actually on my channel, and I do appreciate you watching. Ooh. Green. Purple. No, don't ever take your viewers for granted if you ever start a channel, and I hope a lot of you will actually, because that's the main aim of my channel, is to encourage other people to not just litter pick, but maybe even start a channel and spread the word, you know. I spoke I communicated with a lady, and she was expressing some desires to start her own channel. But she said she's a bit intimidated by having to speak and pick at the same time. And I know it is quite a chore for a lot of people. It comes to me naturally, for most of the time anyway. And if I make a mistake, I either edit or just cut it out, That's what editing's all about, really. Everybody makes mistakes. You really think all the litter pickers are picture perfect when they go online? No, of course not. That's what editing's for. So anyway, I told her not to be afraid and find some other way. Maybe using emojis, icons, like Tana does, And she communicates quite well. Now, that kind of thing. You can always find a way around. I mean, I knew one channel. It's not in existence now. I mean, he doesn't do any active videos, but about a year ago, Litter Lad Tours. I love the channel. Check it out if you've got a chance. Maybe have it revived and he'll come back to life. I shouldn't say that. Maybe something terrible's happened to him. But oh God, that's a terrible thing to say. But you know what I mean. Maybe the channel will come back to life. I mean, oh, what the hell, Ian? What is that bloody thing? Eye drops? God, you'd have to have eyes like a polar bear. Crying out loud. It's obviously some sort of juice that the kids drink. I'm hoping it's not drug related. Certainly not downtown anyway. Right. Where are we going to go now? Oh yeah. I know where. I know where. We're headed that way. Oh dear. I'm just walking along and trying to cross the road. Oh dear. Yeah, shop at Defty's, whatever that is. I was walking along and I thought, why is everything so blurry? And then I realised I had these on. Reading glasses. Yeah. Don't ever try and cross the road with reading glasses. I bet somebody's had a hand in that. Oh, there's a terrible smell here. Jesus. Oh, roll on smelly vision. Oh. There we go. Yeah, smelly vision. Wouldn't that be something? Every time you watch something, that's vegetation. So I'll throw that in there to rot. Let the insects have a gourmet dish. Have a food festival. Oh dear. Oh no. Flashbacks to Aldi. I'll get a few things out of here, but I'm not going to spend too much time. Oh, good grief, these stalls are something else. I've actually got trousers on today. I'll just sort of point down. Yeah, no bare legs for me today. Well, after my last episode in Crook. Right, yeah, leave that. Oh, I had to see it. I had to see it. I had to see it. Yeah. Now, how does that make sense? It's coming up to 2 o'clock, right? What is that, like 4 minutes to 2? It doesn't take 4 minutes for the bells to complete. Anyway, there's the bell tower. Can I talk now? No, can't talk. It's not 2 o'clock, for God's sakes. Somebody's got to do something about Spennymoor's clock tower. That reminds me of Back to the Future, actually. Oh. Dark. The terrorists are back, dark. Keep the pace up. Now you can see we're coming to Spennymoor proper. Yeah. Ooh, shards of glass. Blimey. Can't say I'm surprised. Right. What we got over there? Now, I see that over there. And if you... Oh, to hell with it. Here we go. Oh, thank you. I hate holding up traffic. I come across the road to pick up some sort of garland. Let's have a look at this. Oh, there's a name on the back. Judy. Okay. Judy garland? Oh, anyway. Yeah, the thing about running a YouTube channel and filming and all that, it's a never-ending learning process. It's a learning curve. You're always learning when it comes to filming and editing. No matter how old you get, you're never too old to learn a new trick. I'm going to get out my list in a minute. Give a few more name checks. Oh God. Oh, this thing with bushes. What is it with bushes, you know? Oh, let's find the nearest bush and throw a load of crap in there. That'll give the council something to do. Oh, yeah. Don't ask me why I lapse into that voice every time I say something moronic. Maybe it is a moron voice. I know Gerard does it and a few others. Actually, most of the morons I seem to come across don't talk like that. They talk like that, you know? You know, just, well, what mate? What the hell are you doing that for? You getting paid? That kind of thing. Right, enough of that. Let's make our way on. Yeah, that's a lot better than now. It's not perfect, it never will be, but it's good enough. Right, we've really come to Spennymoor proper now. This is more or less the centre of town. Not too far off anyway. Kind of funny thing happened to me just now while I was crossing the pedestrian crossing. I couldn't find my list. So I went back to the bush and there it was. Ended up as a piece of litter on the ground. Anyway, I found it. Here it is, again. See? You can freeze that and see your name on it. Yeah, anyway, let's continue the list and say hi to a few people. Now, here's quite a big channel, up-and-coming channel here. Fabio and Brian from Fab Gardens, that's right. And recently I think they've had an addition to the channel. Laura, if I get that right. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Chili, of course, Chili Pips. You know, I've never gotten around to mentioning him. I don't know why. Probably because he's pretty famous, and there's a new channel coming up now. I think it's Volunteer UK Cleaners or Volunteer Cleaners UK. Please forgive me on that one. He's doing a great job. And Madeline Rose over there in the US. She does a lot of litter picking. My God, I can't believe the number of bags she does, and she goes along highways and things like that. Pretty scary stuff. And finally, Shuey 089, I think it is. Yeah, Shuey 089. Him and his lovely wife. Say hello to you guys, and thanks for subscribing, of course, and contributing and commenting and watching and whatever else. And that just about does it. The list for today. I might make a regular thing out of this, actually. Anyway, let's proceed down there, shall we? This is sort of a traditional English high street. Sweet shop, barber shop, estate agents, charity, of course. What would an English street be without a charity shop? You usually got like 5 or 6 of them now, but where's the Turkish barbers? Ironmonger. Oh, that's Defty. I'll give them a plug. Spennymoor. Defty hardwood wood. Hope you're enjoying this little bit of a trip and a tour. There's farm foods over there. Has nothing to do with farm, really. It's mostly frozen food, actually, a bit like Iceland. Speaking of Iceland, yeah, over there you've got farm foods. Doesn't exactly make a lot of sense, but anyway. Yeah, the Turkish barbers conspicuously missing here. Probably more up that way, actually. Normally you see 3 or 4 of them in one street. And you see the guys in there, sitting there texting and watching social media all day. God knows how they make money. Alright, off with the glasses now. I've just remembered I've got the glasses on again. Speaking of, just before I do that, speaking of charity shops, take a look at this. You've got 2 in a row here. Fireplace charity shop, and then the PDSA. And over there, of course, my favourite, Greg's. I know there's going to be a lot of litter behind there, and most of it will be from Greg's. So let's go and take a look, shall we? Oh, hi, I just could have come across these 2 lovely ladies at Greg's.
Greg's, yes.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
We just stopped for a coffee.
Yeah, my good deed for the week, actually. Or good deed for the day, I should say. Yeah, I've got a channel on YouTube called Absolute Garbage 007.
Okay, right.
That's a mixture of the environment and James Bond, I suppose.
Yes. Well, I think it's a good idea because everybody's just dropping a litter, especially the kids.
Ah, it's terrible. Yeah, the kids. It's mostly the kids. So, well, that was nice. That wasn't planned or anything, really. Just happened to walk by and she said something, and I asked her if she wanted to be on YouTube. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't have a chance, but in that particular case, I asked her permission, and she said it was okay, So now she's a star. Not quite. Holy crap, this stuff. I mean, look what the rain's done in the last few weeks. This is totally overgrown. The last time I came here was, I think, 2 weeks ago. I picked a load of stuff. I didn't have the picker with me. I just had a pair of gloves and picked up by hand. This is absolutely amazing. Look at it. Oh, well, my favourite corner is what I call Greg's corner. And as you can see, yeah, here we go. Too big for the picker. In it goes. I've cleared this like 4 or 5 times, and I think the council do it sometimes as well. But it's just never ending. A lot of it comes from up there, of course. Ooh, I have to bend back to get that shot. All right. Yeah. Whew. Oh, that was a very nice chat. It's nice to be appreciated, not just on the channel, but in real life. Makes it all worthwhile, really. And, we're all volunteers. All the channels are volunteers. Nobody gets paid. So if you see a volunteer going around, I'm not talking about people who do channels, and anybody who's a picker, give them some respect, yeah? Oh, that reminds me. There's a young lady I haven't seen for a while on my channel, but I don't know if she still watches. Her name's Astra. Lovely. I've seen her on one of Gerard's videos, and she's great. She goes out litter picking. But she's been receiving some abuse from a local resident not so far back. She was talking about it, and I asked her how it went. And they're calling her and well, giving her all sorts of grief for putting her bags like this, the blue bags, and she's probably got black bags, I'm not sure, but she puts her bags next to bins, and some local resident has taken it upon himself to give her a hard time. So kudos to Astra for not only doing great litter picking, but also maintaining her composure when somebody comes up and insults you like that. I've never actually had that happen. Not sort of direct insulting. Oh, I did have that fly tipping thing in Gateshead. The woman just now was talking about Gateshead. Yeah, somebody said they were going to call the police, but that was basically it, and she never did call the police. Thank God. That would have been quite funny, actually. Right, I'm getting too much here. It's getting really heavy, so I'm going to clean this up. Well, I'm going to sort of change the bag and come back in a sec. Whoa, up the stairs we go. There's a bin over there. Go and drop this first bag. It's not a lot, but it's sufficient for your pigeons. Back down we go. Yeah, word to the wise, if you're starting something like this, off or on camera, when you've got your bags, just dump them next to the nearest litter bin. I've had that come up quite a few times now. Where do I put the bags? Who will pick them up? Next to any local council litter bin will be sufficient. I'm going to get this together. Yeah, look at it. Oh my god, stinging nettles are my favourite. Alright, back in a sec. There we see the usual kids over there having a fun time. It is Sunday after all, so playtime for most of them. Gotta get these gloves back on. I could think of 100 different things they could be doing rather than just standing around and causing mischief, but we won't get into that. This would be one of them. Yeah. An army of young litter pickers. Wow, imagine that. UK be clean in no time. Well, in these kind of areas anyway. Oh, God. Should I fast forward? Yeah, the jury's out on that. I used to do a lot of fast forwarding and putting music behind it, but didn't go down too well for a lot of people with the vertigo and everything. Feeling dizzy and nauseous, so I'll just edit in, edit out, so to speak. Oh God, here we go, here we go, here we go, look, see. And it had to be stinging nettles. It couldn't be dock leaves, could it? Oh, by the way, if you ever get stung by one of these, look for a dock leaf. Something like that. They always seem to be close by, the dock leaves and the stinging nettles. You get stung and then you rub one of these dock leaves. Now, I could be wrong, that might not be a dock leaf, but look for something similar to that and rub it on your skin. That'll take away the pain. Yeah, Greg's has got a lot to answer for, and of course, yeah, oh, just dropped it there. Yeah, these people, they've got a lot to answer for. They could show some goodwill actually and sponsor some litter picks or something like that. That would show that they care. Of course, they're not the ones dropping it, but they are the source of the litter. Yeah, you go through one layer, and lo and behold, there's another layer. Just oh boy. Yeah, I've had enough of this. It's going to take too long, so I'm going to try just shoveling it in by hand. Could be done with a rake really, but if you don't look too closely and squint a bit, it doesn't look too bad actually. Obviously there's still little bits of minutiae here and there, but I pretty much got it all out. I'm glad I have my gloves with me. The stinging nettles or something else. So I declare that area finished, and now let me just take a bit of a stroll. Excuse me. Yeah, I've been literally digging out stuff with my hands, because this thing, I mean the litter picker, it's no good on an area like this. Not this, I mean that part back there. This is okay when you're going like, you know, 1, 2. Yeah, there's no way this is going to be a 15-minute video, even with heavy editing. Probably have to take this to around about 30, 35 maybe. I know you enjoy the longer videos, some of these, so we'll just sort of see how it goes. But that's the second bag now. I'm going to have to leave that there while I sort of continue perusing and see what we come up with. I've just got a battery warning, so need to change the battery as well. Back in a sec. Yeah, just have a look at what I have to lug around, eh? Oh, there's my bag, by the way. Yeah, so that's pretty well cleaned up there. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, we will find bits and bobs here and there, of course, but can't be spending too much more time on this. I will get some of this out though. Ow! Ooh. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, we're back to that area where we started earlier. Little sort of cubby area. People chuck all their stuff. This is actually the area where I had my litter picker stolen. Yeah. I left one of these lying here. I thought people would assume, since they could see me walking around there, that I was litter picking, you know, helping the environment, all that sort of thing. And of course, what happens? They steal my equipment. So, lesson learned. Yeah, this is unforgiving. Yeah. Gin, no doubt. Vodka. Yeah. Usual suspects. That was a great movie, by the way. Kevin Spacey, was it? Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I shall just pick a bit more out of here, and then we'll do a bit of a cruise over by, not Aldi, but, you know, general area there, and then that's it. I'm going to wrap it up and maybe go over this area one more time, because it is quite dense, like me. Right, let's take another look in here. You wouldn't believe what I did earlier. I was changing batteries. I usually carry 2 spares. Of course, what did I do? I took the battery out of the container that was already flat. So I replaced the flat one with a flat one. Anyway, we got there in the end. Going back to what I was saying about the kids that were here earlier. You may think it's a bit judgmental, you know, saying kids should be doing things like that, cleaning and whatever, but I remember I had this distant memory when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I lived in a place called Bulford, near Salisbury, you know, Salisbury, Plain, Stonehenge, and my local school, which is one of these old-fashioned church schools, they don't really exist anymore, but it was only about 150 pupils. My local school used to organise these great litter picks. We used to go everywhere. Of course, nowadays everybody's too afraid to let their children go anywhere, do anything. I mean, there's so many rules and regulations about health and safety. They just complicate everything now. But I think it would be good for the kids, not only health-wise and whatever. Oh, there, see that? Health-wise, but teach them something about the environment as well, instead of just doing nature treks and going through the forests and all that. Get their hands a bit dirty, get it a bit grubby, you know. Anyway, that's just what I feel. If you feel differently or agree, email me at absolutegarbage007 at gmail.com, of course, and I'll get back to you. Right, that's pretty much cleaned up. What's that there? Oh, there is one more piece there. Okay, and then here, as you can see, but yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm sure Molly Nakamori will see something that I didn't. Sorry, Molly. She's great, actually. She's a horticulturist. She knows everything about this. Fauna, whatever it's called. Plants in general. I sometimes ask her about stuff, and she tells me the names. I mean, I could get an app, take a photograph, and it's much more fun asking one of my viewers. And thank you, Molly. Right, I declare this area over. Let's have a look over here. That slamming in the background is that guy over there, by the way. I don't know if you can see him. He's putting parcels in. So don't blame me for that noise. Kid M. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Not too much here, actually. But I will get it all picked up. I feel like I'm in the Amazon. Good grief. Look at this. Oh, it just goes on and on. I'll clean that area there. See, you can see. Now we're attempting to... Oh, this is beautiful. I'm sorry. I've got to stand on it. But the only way I can brush it aside so that I can remove the crap. It'll all come back anyway. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is truly stuff that's fallen in from the street or blown in from the street, but I think a lot of it's just been chucked over the side, to be honest. Okay, back in a minute. Oh, one more piece. I should have one of those sound effects, you know, every time I sort of switch scenes. Full of crap, clean. Full of crap, clean. Isn't there a guy called Daily Trash or something like that? He has an eating sound, like a it sounds like somebody throwing up sometimes, but Daily Trash? I don't know, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he does a lot of short form rubbish removal videos, so they're only about 20-30 seconds long. Not a big fan of short forms, but they are entertaining if they're done in the right way, and he does them in the right way. He travels all over apparently. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Send me to Egypt. I'll go and clean up Cairo. The viewers pay the fare. I get off at Cairo airport and do my stuff, and then I hop on another plane and the viewers send me somewhere else. I don't think that's the plan, actually. Well, it is the plan, but I don't think that's what happens. You can correct me on that. I'm not really that well informed on the situation. Yeah, I've struck gold. You see that lady there? She was not having a go, but she was just mentioning how I was squashing all the grass. You see over there, there's sort of indentation there, that indent where I've been walking. I mean, come on, we've had this before. Squashing brambles, bushes, grass. Give me a break. Yeah, anyway, I just told her, well, it's sort of part of the job. How do you expect me to access the crap? The litter, I said. I didn't say crap. And she thanked me for my service and moved on, like you just saw her move away. I didn't want to capture it on camera, and she didn't look too hot about being on camera actually, so I just turned the camera off. It's always nice when you get appreciation, but sometimes it's a mixed blessing, you know. They say, thank you for this, but then please don't do that. Don't stand on this, don't stand on that. Yeah! Okay, I'm going to make this the last part now. I really had about enough. We've been all over Spenny, as they call it. In for a Spenny, in for a pound, eh? Oh God, look at this. Oh, yeah, this is sort of a, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's mostly leaves, bit of bits of cardboard. I don't know what goes through the minds of people. It looks like they've even set it alight here. Could be a fire hazard, couldn't it? You see how quickly we're filling up the third bag here? Oh, wrong sound effect. That's better. Oh dear. Right, I am really at the end of my rope for this gig, so to speak. Gig, project. I could go on forever, I suppose, but I don't want to. Got to call it a day. So I'm just going to get this stuff, push that down, leave that there for a bit. Throw that there because it's a piece of wood and it will rot down. Plastic's still in the bag. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I'm not going to. Yeah, you see, you could just go on all day with the minutiae, couldn't you? That's a bloody rock. Oh, almost broke the litter picker there. You see the stuff clumping in and out of the bag as well. That means the bag's getting too full. Okay, that's it for me. Now we're going to dump this stuff and wrap it up. Yep, over there in the background you can see the usual hoodlums hanging around. Oops. I'm sure their time could be better spent. Anyway, I'm trying not to be judgmental, but you know, when you're working up a sweat at my age doing this, like so many other litter picking channels, I mean, you see people just sort of getting up to mischief. It just irks you. Right, tie this up and then we're over there. You okay? Yeah? Take it, take it slowly, yeah? Alright, have a good day. What was I doing? Oh, I know that lady was having some problems getting up the stairs. I was about ready to rush in and play St. George. Complete the hero. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Oh, I had to see that, didn't I? Oh, right. Oh, turn around to see who's beeping me. And then I see this. Yeah. I should put, on the screen I should put GRRRRR. Okay, doesn't matter. Here we are for the third bag. I've got to get all my crap together here. Heading back, I'm going to have a nice little tea in Greg's. Righty ho, let's see how we go. Oh. Whoa. Whew. Blimey. Somebody, I think David, his name was, left a comment on my last video. You were breathing heavy there at the end, Ian. Yeah, you want to come out and try this yourself. I don't care how fit you are. It's still going to be heavy breathing at the end. Right. Just hang on, let me get my breath. Right, there you have it. 3 bags. 3 bags. I thought I was going to get away with 1 today. I had it all planned out. But anyway, it didn't work out that way. We've had a nice little tour of Spennymoor. We've seen the park, we've seen the streets, we've seen the area by the retail park. Aldi again, I'm afraid, but I can't keep blaming them. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been fun for me in a sort of a roundabout way. Oh God, there's still something there. I hope it's been fun for you too. That's one way of breaking your picker. Be very careful how you dump it. Slowly. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll leave you with the sight of the town square here. Big red double-decker bus over there. And, well, basically all I have to do now is say adios. Goodbye from Spennymoor. See you on the next one. Oh, yeah, a little sort of after tag bit. I think I do more and more of these actually. Last time I did one in Greg's when I was in Cook, and this time Greg's Spennymoor. I got my well-deserved still water there. I don't know, when I walked in the place cleared out. Maybe it's a smell or something. Anyway, thank you very much once again. Take care.